Hey everyone, this is Daniel from Phone Arena with the Sony Ericsson Xperia Ray. Three handsets were announced hush hush by Sony Ericsson at Communication 2011, just a few weeks ago. And looking at this preview unit of the Xperia Ray in our hands, we feel the handset actually deserved more attention to be brought to it. As small touchscreen smartphones go, it is almost the perfect size, not getting lost in your palm if you have big hands and fitting admirably if you have regular hands. The Xperia Ray is one of the thinnest smartphones also at 0.37 inches, 9.4 millimeters, and it's very light at 3.53 ounces, 100 grams. Plus we noticed that these dimensions make the handset extremely comfortable to hold and operate with one hand. Just navigate here with your thumb. Unlike the big 4+ inches of the high-end Android handsets of late. A big part of the positives about the phone is the display. It's 3.3 inches LCD, but Sony Ericsson didn't skimp on the level of image detail, gracing the Xperia Ray with 480 by 54 pixels of resolution. This is one of the highest resolutions we've encountered on a screen of this size. And the pixel density calculator returned almost 300 ppi, which is the threshold for display to be called a retina display. So we're very close to that border here on the Sony Ericsson Xperia Ray. Moreover, we have the mobile Bravia engine, which enhances the color intensity and contrast while watching pictures or video. Unfortunately, the Xperia Ray keeps the poor viewing angles that were characteristic for the bigger siblings, Sony Ericsson Xperia Arc. The vivid display with a very good pixel density makes alone for an enticing handset running the latest version of Android 2.3 Gingerbread. But when you add that this is one of the first handsets that will appear with the new design of the Xperia line, where we have this semicircular physical home button here at the bottom and two capacitive buttons on the sides. We have to say that it's better than the previous design, which only had thin navigational buttons here, which took some getting used to. And when we add the 8 megapixel Exmor R camera sensor here on the back, which has proven its qualities in the Xperia Arc, it truly adds to the virtues of this handset. Unfortunately, this here video light is just that, an LED light. It doesn't serve as a camera flash, which is a letdown. But we do have two microphones for noise cancellation, and we do have a front-facing camera, unlike the Sony Ericsson Xperia Arc. For that matter, the Xperia Ray skims on the HDMI port. The only gripe we have with the design is this micro USB port here on the upper left side, which makes it a bit cumbersome to use the phone while you have plugged it in your computer with a micro USB cable. Let's have a look now at the Timescape Android overlay of Sony Ericsson on the Sony Ericsson Xperia Ray. The new Facebook Inside Xperia integration comes woven into Android 2.3 Gingerbread here on the Sony Ericsson Xperia Ray. This is the Timescape application that aggregates all your social networking updates in one place and all of your other communication venues, messages, email, contacts, and so on and so forth. The Facebook integration is so deep that, for example, it is warning you that the friend who's calling and is one of your Facebook contacts has a birthday today. You can also like, share, and comment on songs and pictures right from the music player or gallery on the Sony Ericsson Xperia Ray. And notifications even appear on the lock screen right here. You can see your Facebook notifications if we had something new. Other than this deep social networking integration, we have the Timescape portion of the interface, which is powered by 1 GHz second generation Qualcomm chipset with 512 megs of RAM, which have proven to be very zippy in the other phones of the Xperia stable this year. And this combination doesn't disappoint even in this non-final unit we have of the Xperia Ray right here. Browsing on the Xperia Ray is a joy not only because it's fluid even in this prototype unit, as you can see. Pinch to zoom, double tap, everything works snappy enough. Of course, we'll save judgment about the speed for the final unit of this phone. But we have this 480 by 854 pixels of resolution here on a 3.3-inch display, which makes for a great reading experience. As you can see, text is very distinct and we can see all the small details. So that's definitely a plus for the Xperia Array. What's not so good though on this screen is of course typing, especially here in portrait mode. Just the keys are too small. Of course it depends on how big your hands are, but we ended up using mainly the landscape keyboard, which is good, responsive, with well spaced out keys. The only downside of course is that the screen is 3.3-inch, fairly smallish. Let's have a look at the Flash performance in the browser. Adobe Flash works pretty decently even on this non-final unit of the Sony Ericsson Xperia Array. As you can see, this is a pretty heavy Flash website, but the phone even shows the embedded Flash video in it. So you can rest assured that you have no issues with the performance of Adobe Flash on the Sony Ericsson Xperia Array. The Timescape camera interface on the Xperia Array is the newest version, so we can now zoom with the volume buttons while taking images above 2 megapixels of resolution. As you can see here, we are 8 megapixels now and we can zoom in and out, and we couldn't do this above 2 megapixels of resolution on the Xperia Arc, for example. You take a picture by directly tapping on the screen. Same with the video mode for start and stop. And there's some used presets like, for example, sports, night scene, beach and snow. But we couldn't find macro mode anywhere in the settings. Turns out that the phone automatically recognizes when it approaches the closest distance from which the Xperia Array can take a clear macro shot, and then this small flower icon appears, and this distance seems to be about 6 to 10 inches. The pictures and video were characterized with high contrast and warm colors, while the amount of detail and sharpness were very good even from our non-final unit. And bear in mind that we might get some additional tweaks in the camera software when the final retail unit hits the shelves. Overall, a very satisfying experience from the camera on the Xperia Array, just what we expected from an 8 megapixel XMOR-R sensor. To recap our impressions from the prototype, it is easy to say that the Sony Ericsson Xperia Array is a less capable version of the Xperia Arc, but what you actually get is a more compact version without sacrificing much but an HDMI port and a flash. Actually, the fact that the white emitting diode on the back can only be used as a light instead of a flash is the only letdown we encountered with the Xperia Array. Let's not forget that we have a prototype unit here, so things might change in the final retail phone. Most everything else worked like a charm, even in this non-final unit. We have props for the best-in-class resolution on the 3.3-inch screen. It really made a difference while reading text, and also for the 8 megapixel XMOR-R camera sensor here on the back. The loudspeaker is very strong and very clear, as with all handsets in the Xperia line, and we have dual mix for noise cancellation as well. Sony Ericsson supplied the Xperia Array with a generous 1500 mAh battery, which supports 7 hours of talk time in 3G mode, and this is another plus we don't see often in small Android handsets. All of this is wrapped up in this slim and stylish chassis that you wouldn't be hesitant to whip out even in the VIP section of your favorite club. It also comes in pink and white and black, but this glossy black front stays throughout all the units. In a nutshell, the attractiveness of our Sony Ericsson Xperia Array turned out to be not only the design, but also the fact that it doesn't cripple functionality compared to the bigger sibling Xperia Arc, and makes for a very enticing compact Android handset. We can't wait to snag the retail version for a final verdict, but the Xperia Array is shaping to be a very good contender in the crowded Android space, depending on the price Sony Ericsson decides to slap on it. This was a video preview of the Sony Ericsson Xperia Array from Phone Arena. For more information about this and other handsets, you can visit us at phonearena.com. Thanks for watching.